God is sovereign. Today's daily devotion from Pastor Greg Laurie.
Our scripture reading today is from Job, chapter 42, verse 2. I know that you can do anything, and no one can stop you.
Sovereignty is a tough concept to wrap our heads around, especially in today's highly influenceable culture. Everyone answers to someone. Public figures change their stances based on the feedback they get. Politicians are swayed by donors. Corporations react to boycotts. In contrast to the famous sign on Harry Truman's desk, the buck doesn't seem to stop anywhere. There's no ultimate authority, no sovereignty, except with God. Job scratched the surface of God's sovereignty when he said to God, I know that you can do anything, and no one can stop you. In fact, God will do what He pleases with whomever He chooses, whenever He wishes. That's absolute power. God answers to no one. He's not swayed by public opinion or conventional wisdom. He doesn't have to ask anyone's permission or worry about anyone's reaction. He doesn't seek approval, likes, or popularity. God can't be second-guessed because everything He does is perfect. His ways are right, always and without fail. Psalm 115:3 says, Our God is in the heavens, and He does as He wishes. Some people challenge His sovereignty by asking, well, what about the bad things that happen in life? Are they part of what He wishes? And the answer is yes. Evil, suffering, and tragedy aren't arguments against a sovereign God. They are all firmly under His control. Whatever happens in this life, good or bad, is either caused by God or allowed by God. I know that's hard for some of us to digest, but that's because we're limited in our present circumstances and understanding. Someday we will better understand the wisdom and purpose of God's plan. In the meantime, we take the word of the psalmist who wrote this about God. Your faithfulness extends to every generation, as enduring as the earth you created. Your regulations remain true to this day, for everything serves your plans. Everything serves God's plans. The Apostle Paul wrote, And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose for them. Everything is part of God's good plan. In Paul's words, we find the most amazing truth about God's sovereignty. The English historian Lord Acton wrote that absolute power corrupts absolutely, but he was referring to human authorities, none of whom ever possessed absolute power. The amazing truth is that God, who does possess absolute power, uses His power to accomplish genuinely good things in the lives of His people. God's sovereignty can't be separated from His love. That means we can trust Him to care for us. We may not always understand what that care looks like or why certain things happen, but we can be confident that God will work all things for our good. No one and nothing can thwart His will. We can rest assured in His sovereignty.